Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Virginia Manning with Girl Talk with Virginia. I'm so excited about today's show. Thank you for tuning in. Let me share a funny story with y'all. Okay, so my daughters are infamous for texting right when I close my eyes at night. There's the phone. Bing, 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 text, text, text. Look, guys, couldn't y'all text earlier? But they wait until I go to sleep and then they text. But last night, what they were texting me about at 11 o'clock at night, I don't know if y'all had the chance to see the red moon that was supposed to be out yesterday. They were texting me talking about, did y'all see the red moon? Go see the red moon. Mama, you have a good view. Go see the red moon. So me, get out of my bed, go look for a red moon on a patio. No red moon. So I click a picture. Look, there is no red moon. Y'all can go to sleep. Don't start texting me because I'm trying to go to sleep. And then, of course, I become curious about a red moon. And so then I look up what the red moon is because I'm pretty sure it was something scientific. But then I'm like, oh my goodness. And this is just only one viewpoint, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure there's several different meanings, or maybe it was a red moon. They said it probably was earlier that day that you could see that the moon was red. Do y'all know about the red moon? Anybody saw the red moon? Comment, let me know. What do y'all think about the red moon? But when I looked it up, it said the claim of a red moon, blood moon, being a sign of the beginning of the end times originates in the book of Joel, where it's written, the sun will turn into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. And I dropped my phone. I'm like, oh my goodness, that sounds exactly like what we have been living through this whole 2020. Just tragedy, crisis, one behind the other, back to back, boom, boom, boom. And a lot of people are fearing and feeling like, oh, it must be the end of the time type of thing. But yeah, well, I thought that was interesting. So I just wanted to throw in that little story because, first of all, I'm tired of them calling me at 11 and 12 o'clock at night, texting me when I'm trying to go to sleep. And then second of all, I just thought the red moon, what they were bothering me about last night, was a little interesting. So I just thought I'll throw that little nugget of facts in there for y'all today. But anyway, today on Girl Talk with Virginia, where we are empowering professional women, we are going to talk about how you show up during the COVID recovery. Because, as that red moon signifies, people are thinking it's so many crises going on and everything, and the coronavirus has been going on for a minute, and that's one of the crises that people are struggling with, having a lot of anxiety, worries, fears, and doubts about post COVID. What are they going to do after COVID? Or actually now, because it's like, I guess we in the midpoint of, you know, totally recovering from COVID, whatever that looks like. Once again, why everybody's so anxious and worried is because it looks kind of funny about, when it's going to be the end of COVID. But the thing about it is how you're going to show up. You want to be ready for when this total COVID thing blows over and the world is going to start looking a little different, and how we operate as a society is going to look a little different. So you want to make sure you are together, because yep, the COVID is happening, and how you're going to look out there and show up is going to make a lot of difference about how you recover after COVID. And I'm not talking about showing up like, because we haven't been able to get our nails done, haircuts, nail salon, shopping, beauty shop. You haven't been able to do all that. But I'm talking about how you're going to show up in work and in family and in your personal life. How you're going to go from the bottom to the top with all of those things and keep those things, because a lot of people have been stable for the most part. For the most part, a lot of people have been in crisis, like seriously. But how you going to rise above either way it go, if you have had a serious crisis going on, or if you've been able to be a little stable, either way it goes, you still want to level up, right? Whatever level you're on, you still want to level up. So this is one suggestion. How do you keep your backbone straight, as in keep your head up and keep yourself together to where you could keep moving and keep going when you start recovering, even now? But mostly when you start the real recovery phase of COVID, how are you going to be able to stand strong? Because that's when the pressure is really going to come on, because it's going to be like a lot of people saturating the post-COVID recovery arena, right? Right now, it's like they breaking them off in phases. So it's not like everybody is in the post-COVID recovery, not post-COVID, but in the COVID recovery phase. But there's a few chunks of people that slowly but surely are coming into the recovery phase. So you have to be able to be strong, have that backbone, and keep your head up. So how do you do that? You have to fill yourself up with positivity. You have to develop some mantras, some affirmations, whatever it is that you want to call them, about how you what you tell yourself when you're feeling some type of way, when you start feeling anxious or when you start feeling worried. What are you feeding yourself and what are you telling yourself to help you feel a little more vibrant and a little more like, hey, I can do this. I'm going to show up in a positive way. I'm going to show up with strength. I'm going to show up and show that I'm empowered and I can get through this. I'm going to operate in calm. I'm going to operate with boldness. I have to tell myself something positively to keep you going throughout the day. You should have some type of affirmation to help you, to boost you up when you start feeling some type of way throughout the day. What are you telling yourself? One that I like and I'm infamous for and helps me when I feel like I'm feeling a little slump throughout the day is that I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yes, everybody doesn't have the same spiritual beliefs, and use your own spiritual affirmations that you align with. And I totally respect that. But for me, that one is powerful. And I have a lot of other ones. I always, if I don't have one, like if I can't think at the moment, or if I want something a little more, a little different, then I just Google affirmations about whatever I'm feeling. Affirmations about uh, being tired, affirmations about feeling hopeless, affirmations about whatever it is you're feeling. And Google is powerful. You can always Google affirmations or positive quotes about certain things to give you that boost to help you feel like you can stand up and keep on chugging and taking whatever you need to do. So create a positive and helpful affirmation, mantra, quote, whatever you want to call it. So what are you feeling right now, though? What is the state of your mind? Are you overwhelmed? Do you have fear, anxieties, worries, doubts? What are you feeling? It's important to be in tune with your emotions. There's no right, there's no wrong emotion, right? The only thing that's wrong with when you feeling certain emotions is that you don't try to manage them. You don't have things in place. You don't want to be realistic about what your emotion is at that very moment. That's the only wrong way to approach emotions. But you should be in tune with what your emotions are. You have to know what you're feeling. That way you can find time to sit back and experience your true emotions and come up with a plan or come up with whatever it is you need to do, a strategy to put in place to help you manage that emotions. And all emotions aren't bad. Some days you should have good emotions, like I'm feeling happy today, but you still want to be in tune with even that emotion. You want to be emotionally intelligent, as they call it, right? You want to be in tune with your feelings and your emotions, whether happy, sad, positive, negative, whatever it is. You have to know yourself and you want to be in tune with yourself. So say one day your emotion is that you're happy and positive and feeling good for that day. Why? Why are you feeling that way? Be in tune with the whys, because if you know why, then you're like, okay, the next day, if you're sad or feeling overwhelmed, you'll be like, okay, well, yesterday I was feeling happy. Why was I feeling happy? Well, you would know why, because you actually sat back and did a self-assessment about how you're feeling. So you know what made you happy. So when you're sad, you can kick in the thing that you was doing, that strategy or that environment that you were in when you were happy, so that you could put that in place so that you could start feeling happy when you're feeling sad. Get it? That's good. So one key way to do it is to like write stuff out. You don't have to keep a paper journal these days because, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, we have all of the apps on your phone, and the notes and stuff like that. And some people have Word documents and everything in their phone. So you don't necessarily have to keep a paper journal, but you do have to keep some type of log about your emotions, how you feeling, why you feeling that way, because you can use some stuff that you did on another day that you were feeling well to use it to help you get over another day when you're not feeling so well. And another thing, a lot of people don't know how to express their emotions. So I use this all the time. I don't know if you can see this, like a whole little emoji sheet mostly with kids, because kids have a hard time expressing their emotions. So sometimes, you need to have something like this to help you verbalize or to define how your emotions are. Because a lot of times, the one word that a lot of clients that I have, because I'm a mental health therapist in private practice. So one of the things that a lot of my clients say, I'm like, how you feeling today? Good. Now, y'all know I don't like that word good. You need to be a little more descriptive. Good tells me nothing. And then sometimes I have to pull out the little sheet, pick out, which emotion that you're feeling, because they're going to always divert to the word good. No, that's not good enough. I need to know exactly how you're feeling so we can deal with it. Okay, so another thing to help you show up the way you need to during your COVID recovery is you need to have that confidence that this too shall pass. Everything, every situation is basically temporary, and at least the way you deal with it is temporary. But you have to prioritize and tackle one obstacle at a time. Do not feel like you have to be strong and tackle everything at one time. You need to prioritize things, put them in chunks. Say, okay, this one is emergent today or right now, so I need to do this one first, do this one second, do that one third. Okay, I didn't get to 4 and 5. That's fine. I could do 4 and 5 tomorrow. You have to prioritize and give yourself that slack and that room to know that, hey, it's okay if I didn't get all of this done, but it will get done. Why? Because I have a strategy in place. So don't worry about looking strong, because your actions will speak volumes for you, your family, your workplace, your personal life. You just have to know how to show up. You have to do the things you need to do to show up. You have to be empowered. Don't let crisis take you under. You have to be in control of those things, because in the midst of any crisis, any storm, if you have a strong foundation of how you handle a crisis so that you don't feel, well, you will feel worried, overwhelmed, fear. That's normal emotions. But that's not the issue. The issue is what I do with those emotions and those feelings and that state of my mind, so that I can continue to be strong and showing up the way I want to show up amidst the crisis, instead of going under and having negative effects, cause your life to go into a negative slope, right? So this is what I need for you to do. I want you to write down one major goal for your COVID snapback, your COVID recovery, right? Because it's all about making change and empowering yourself to be better. So you have to have that stuff already out. That way you can deal with it. So write down one major goal for your COVID snapback and your COVID recovery. And guess what? This weekend must be my giveaway weekend, because once again, the first 4 people who post their major goal in the group at either Prosper Under Pressure for Facebook, or at Prosper Under Pressure for Instagram, or if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel at bit.ly/capital P, capital P, capital L, YouTube, YOUTUBE, which is my YouTube channel. Subscribe, comment, like, and you can even DM me if you want to be private about it. But once again, I'm in the giving mood. For people, I want to bless your life, because I want to help you start building the groundworks for you to be in that post-COVID recovery, where you show up and show out the way that you need to show that you have the strength, the stamina, you have positivity in your life, you know how to deal with your emotions, and you have the confidence that you know how to prioritize situations, and you won't let those situations make you feel like you're not capable, because you're not going to take on too much at one time. You need to do one at a time, one obstacle at a time, bam, 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 one at a time. Before you know it, all of them are done and taken care of. So what do you think about that, about this post-COVID, how you're going to show up and during the recovery of COVID? Are you feeling optimistic that you have at least one major goal in mind of how you're going to snap back for your COVID recovery, post-COVID recovery? It's kind of gray. This area is gray. I don't know if we're in post-COVID or just in COVID recovery, but either way, we're still going to be recovering for a long time. Therefore, you need to already have this stuff in place, so you could be rising up during your COVID recovery. You don't have to, be stagnant or, declining, because you have it together, right? So Thank you for tuning in to Girl Talk with Virginia today. It has been enlightening. Don't forget about that one goal. And if you want to be one of the lucky winners of the $25, no strings attached, I'll get it to you, whether whatever app you own is a Cash App or Zelle or whatever. You can get it. I already gave away 4 yesterday. I'm in a giving mood to give away 4 today. But I want to see that you're taking some actions to make your emotions and your feelings about this whole COVID and these other situations. I want to make sure you are well balanced so that you can continue to level up and have the success that you need in life. Also, having goals is very important as a lifelong type of way of living anyway, right? So I want to see you tomorrow. We are still in the midst of this 40 days marathon. If you missed any of the other 30 days, because we're on day 31 today, if you missed any of those other 30 days, you can always go review them, look at them either on my YouTube channel or on my social media posts. Let's connect. I want to see what you have going on too. So let's connect, let's talk, let's do this girl talk thing together. And I want to make sure that you are well on your way to continue to rise above any crisis, especially this COVID, where you can keep your emotions intact. No worries, no fears, no doubts are going to keep us from leveling up. So see you tomorrow, because the rest of this 40-day marathon, I'm going to do a special episode for the rest of the 10 days about COVID and helping you get your snap back. All right. So even if you have any topics or anything that you want to address about post COVID and how to get your snap back, you can also DM me any questions, comments, critique. Okay. If you don't like what I said, let me know. I want to know. I want to be better for you. So once again, this has been Girl Talk. I've enjoyed you all. It's been real. I see you tomorrow for Girl Talk with Virginia, where we continue to dive into these COVID recovery issues that is affecting our coins, because we're trying to level up, honey. So be bold, be blessed, and most of all, be a believer that you can overcome any crisis in your life. Bye.